You know what fact I glossed over? Last week,
Mm-hmm.
Bang AI shows up.
Yeah.
I think we could say, yeah, the successor to Tay, right? Right. There's some family lineage
There's
there.
certainly some comparisons to be made. Yes.
And then this week, Yammer gets killed. Tay's revenge. Tay came back with a knife,
Wow.
right into the Yammer.
So Tay killed Yammer in the study with a whatever a
With a
pipe.
chatbot. I don't know.
Yeah. Huh.
That's why people tune into this, Paul. Nobody else would have made that
that kind
connection.
of insight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's riveting.
There's a word for this, but this thing that helps humans see tigers in the grass, let's take it to like an illogical place. If this, then that.
The other surprising connection that showed up today is that apparently my kid doesn't have school. I was apparently told about this, but I woke up like, "Ooh, why are you still here?" Like,
I find out about this kind of day when the gym turns into a daycare.
mm-hmm.
You go into the gym, there's like a lot more cars in the parking lot than usual. There's a bunch of teenagers bullshitting around doing nothing. It's like, guys, come on. There are adults that would like to use machines. Can we move this along?
Yeah.
Someday
Anyways,
your daughter will be one of those people, and I will resent her.
yeah, don't worry. You don't have to resent her then. You can resent her now. It's also a possibility. So it's, yeah. Anyways, Xbox February update rolling out. Most people probably have it by now, I guess. The one neat thing that's in there is if you're a big Google Nest app user, you can now control your Xbox with it, which actually, hey, I'll take it.
It would help if the Google Home app didn't suck.
Well, there are issues.
There are issues, and it's it integrates with everything poorly. is the way I would describe it. So, yeah, I can control my hue lights from it, sort of. I don't know.
Here's an
trying,
oddball
Brad.
question.
They're cute. They mean well.
When is Xbox going to support Matter? I don't know why it would.
Well, they were taking those. I mean, they're already carbon. What are they now? Not carbon neutral.
Actually,
I mean,
you know what they could do?
Mm-hmm.
Here's your dumb scenario of the day, brought to you by Brad. You turn on your Xbox, your hue lights turn green.
Oh boy. Well, this is like the aluminum. Someone just brought this up the other day somewhere. Well, remember, so
Yeah.
a million years ago, actually, I feel like I can just like say who told me this now because it doesn't matter anymore. But before Satya Nadella became CEO of Microsoft, his speechwriter was a friend of mine who worked at Microsoft, who was an amazing guy who came up out of the server group. And actually, maybe I won't say his name, but anyway, you could probably figure it out just by what I just said. Anyway.
Yep.
I was on the Microsoft campus for some kind of press event or something, and blah blah blah. And I was going to meet up with him, and he was a little late because him and I think Satya Nadella had become or was announced as the next CEO, but or something. It was he got dropped for a team of 25 people once that guy became CEO. But he was in a live demo in what was described as a tent that had been turned into a mini arena to demo an Xbox One thing that was, I guess the Xbox One was maybe had just come out, or I don't know, or maybe it was a feature company, something about the Xbox One, but it was aluminum room basically for Xbox. The idea was you'd have your screen and it would be like a racing game, and you could have these lights in the back that would make it conform to the colors of what was happening on screen. So it'd give it kind of a neat effect, and he thought this was like the greatest thing he'd ever seen in his life. And it never happened. So anyway, obviously there are things now for PCs that do this kind of thing. Hue Lights has something that's sort of like this. It's an interesting idea. I've always thought it was a good idea, and I think it has broader implications for just entertainment. You're watching a movie or something, and it kind of, the back of the wall behind the TV, or the front of the wall, I guess, conforms to the color scheme that you're seeing on screen. I think that's always been a cool idea,
Yeah. What's the matter? Matter's the matter. So.
Yeah. The bigger issue for me, Brad, on Xbox is that I've now gotten season 2 of Call of Duty. Now, I've not tried that new mode. So
well,
let me
pause you right there. Don't try it yet, because in typical traditional fashion, they only launch Resurgence with as a quads. You can't do solos, duos, nope, quads is all you get. So unless you want to jump in with a group of 3 people you don't know, might want to wait till solo shows up.
All right. Well, let me tell you what I got out of this update. Some slight musical changes in the beginning screens. One more click to get to the game I want to play. And 2 maps, one of which we had during the beta, which I didn't like, some museum thing. And one of which is Dome, which is a map from the past, which I did not like. And when I saw the name Dome, I thought it was like this classic Modern Warfare map that I knew.
Yeah, I know
liked,
which one you're thinking about. Yep.
Right? Because they kind of look similar because it has a dome.
Because it has a dome.
Yep. It's not that map. It's the crap map from, I don't know what it was from. I don't remember what it was from. Who cares? It's so I got nothing. I have been waiting since October, basically. No, not basically, literally, for some new content here. And this, I'm sorry, I get one thing. I could finally progress beyond level 250 or whatever that is.
There you go.
Yeah, so I turned this thing on, it updated, and it was like, bing, you're 251. It's been sitting at 250 for like a month or more. I don't know. It just stopped updating because with Season 1, the max you could go to was 250.
Well, you can get your internet stickers, and that will continue to...
No, I honestly, I don't know that I would have noticed unless it hadn't made such a big fuss over it. I'd kind of forgotten about it. Like I don't really care about stuff like that. My point is, Call of Duty is it's like a love-hate thing, I'm just like before this game, I was stuck on the same game for like years, and now I'm just stuck on the same handful of maps for months. And it's like, guys, come on, we got to do better than this. No, I don't know.
I have 3 wins on the new map already, so I'm quite pleased with myself about that.
Wow, yeah, that's great.
But
and again, what do you play? You play normal, just Warzone? Right?
No, this is the new Resurgence mode, which is which, if anything, you're gonna like. It's gonna be that, but you got to wait until you can at least.
Yeah, so you play with 3 guys who you know.
Yeah, unless you're jumping in with a group of people, but wait till solo shows up.
Well, you got to understand, like the way I play. Well, listen. Unfortunately, this is like, calcified in my brain now. I play team deathmatch, of course, but I mute everybody. I don't. You don't play with. You don't play with people. Like you're actively trying to undermine these idiots. So the notion of being.
That's why you got to play solos, but you can't play solos because they don't have that game mode until.
But they do. They do plan it. Yes.
Wait, what?
They do plan to do it.
I will, yeah. But coming. I mean, right now I'm playing quads with some other people, but occasionally I will do solos. My conspiracy theory about why they only launch with quads is that it's a server load test. When you're in quads, there's less individual instances of groups playing the game. Okay. So.
Yeah, so this isn't like the most successful game of all time or anything. So God forbid they spend money on the frickin' servers. Yeah, no, I hear you.
They're small indie dev, Paul. They need all the.
The reason they haven't put it out yet is they're using the split screen mode from Halo Infinite, and for some reason it's not working right.
Anyways, the new map's good. I like it.
Okay,
which is good because
so Resurgence is the new. It's like a Warzone style map.
Yes, but in Resurgence, the major difference is if you die in Resurgence, it's not like game over. You just drop back in from a parachute.
What's the map called? Do you know, or is that the?
It starts with an A. It's like a Shakta or something. I don't know. It
is based on anything that I would be familiar with. Like, is it from the game? Or something,
there's some. I mean, there's little maps. Like Shipment is on this map. There's little areas, but once you see how small those maps are, like compared to the bigger island, you don't recognize most of it. But the island itself is not very big.
I like that kind of thing. We talked about this before. I think when Warzone might have been new, the notion that there might be multiplayer maps in the big map. I think that's cool. Like that's a nice.
So it's neat from that perspective. But each game, the difference is like big Warzone, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Like each game, if you win per se, could be like 25 minutes. The small map ones are probably 10 minutes, maybe 15 max. I think.
I like in and out. I'm not here to. I'm not trying to make a career out of this. I'm just get whatever kills I can get and leave.
Yeah. So we got that. We got more betas and more whatever else happening this week from Microsoft. Who knows?
Yep. That's a good summary.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Like, they're supposedly meeting with the EU on February 21st. So we'll see
I
if
haven't
they-
looked at this yet, but Florian Mueller from Foss Patents
Mhm.
has, let's see, I don't know if he is the evidence or if he's the guy that, yeah. So he's gotten some evidence from Twitter, people on Twitter and stuff, like Sony has come to Seattle and met with Microsoft.
Hmm.
And it's literally like Sony owned corporate jets landing at SeaTac and then like stuff like that. Like it's kind of, I haven't really looked through it very well, but apparently something is occurring there. So that's kind of interesting. I'll look at that later today, but
We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see. Or we'll be under the sea when the
Maybe
Polaris
Microsoft
caps
will just buy PlayStation. You know, that would solve some problems.
melt. It would raise some other ones, but it would.